What's up, people? Sorry for the late delivery on this joint. I read the Jakarta method this week and lost some motivation to get out of bed. Dark history, but good book. Anyways, you're watching Sekidar, and this is what we're watching for the week of November 30th to December 4th. This is just a reminder that these episodes are not meant to be treated as expert financial advice, but are meant instead to provide viewers for a better understanding of the less explored corners of our local stock market. With that said, let's get this going. Alright, so today we're going to talk about REITs. As with last week, it might be helpful to go over what a REIT is and why people invest in them in the first place. So the acronym REIT stands for Real Estate Investment Trust, and it signifies a company that owns real estate and makes its money through the collection of rent. It's a tool for investors to gain exposure to the real estate market without needing the money and time necessary to acquire a unit and find a renter for it themselves. Thus, REITs are usually treated less as a growth vehicle and more as a cash flow generator. Now, REITs have existed in the country for almost 20 years, but only in the last few years have they become widely available to the retail investing public. These charts, taken from the NH Prime REIT homepage, illustrate how inaccessible REIT products are to retail investors. However, the landscape is now changing. In the past year, we've seen a number of new REITs hit the market with variable levels of success. So today I'm going to go over the general market, since these assets kind of lost popularity this year as retail investors opted to hunt for bigger short-term gains in recovery stocks. Within the REIT world, there are a few choices for you. First off, you have business office REITs, which is not an official name, it's just what I'm calling them because that's what they do. They rent out office space. Two good examples of these companies are NH Prime REIT and Shinhan Alpha REIT. NH Prime REIT is one of the big REITs that IPO'd in the last couple of years. Their real estate holdings can be found on their site, but a listing of their main tenants provides a better look at the type of spaces that they own. At maybe their most noticeable building, the big brown one immediately visible from the main entrance of Seoul Station called Seoul Square, their tenants include Mercedes-Benz, the BBC, ExxonMobil, Oracle, SK Shipping, and Chipilbonga. At Gangnam Tower, their tenants include Electronic Arts, Naver, and Samsung-Chungkwon. Similarly, Shinhan Alpha REIT rents out to companies like Shinhan Sengmyeong, DB Sengmyeong, Ubase, Transcosmos, Snow, and Muji. As always, make sure to look into each REIT before buying shares. They all list their assets on their websites, as well as other valuable financial information. Next, you have retail REITs, which own properties that rent to retail companies. The biggest REIT IPO in Korean history to this date belongs to Lotte REIT, which IPO'd last November before seeing its stock price drop down in light of the pandemic. Maybe investors sold off in anticipation of lower foot traffic leading to rent failures. Maybe people just got bored of REITs and sold off. Whatever the reason, now may be a good time to get back into the stock as it holds 4 Lotte department store locations and 4 Lotte Mart locations across the country. With luxury brands discovering the lucrative nature of online shopping, we have yet to see if they'll begin reducing their brick-and-mortar locations. If they do, that might be bad for the REIT, but if they maintain their locations in a country where luxury shopping is a staple, Lotte REIT may prove a robust income generator. Another REIT that may be undervalued is Moditor REIT, which operates 4 locations of the Stas Hotel, as well as 1 commercial real estate building and 5 Home Plus locations. There are a few others like Koramco, Aegis, and Aegis Real Estate REIT, but if you want to get a better look at your options, head over to Naver Finance and just type out REIT. Then click around and see if there's anything that you like. Other countries have a much wider variety of REITs, whether they be residential, hospital REITs, or jail REITs, but for Korea right now, there really aren't that many options for you, so getting in early might be good if the industry continues to grow as they're expected to. Also remember that when you're investing in REITs, it's kind of more of a long-term investment where you're investing for the dividend and the aim is to reinvest it and to continue to build your ownership of the REIT. Or maybe just spend it, I don't know, as your money. Do whatever you want. Alright, that's it for me. Kept it short today because I got a bunch of stuff due coming up, but I wanted to make sure to make a bit of time for everyone in this community. Thank you for watching. This has been Sekidar. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you next week.